Okay, so here I am. Sorry I had to leave it, but I didn't really think it was going to fit in there for the whole time. So, page 34, and that's just to help remind me. Recruit Officer Rookie Stevens. I report to Detective Investigator Bradford, who tells me to get my wound taken care of stat. I turn to go. I see D.I. Bradford goes into the building, and shots echo out into the cold dark of what is turning into a nightmare of a shift. My first shift out of the academy, and this is what comes of it. He told me to take the squad car. He'd hitch a ride back from the CSI. They needed to check out a call from N.Y.P. I decided to take the call at N.Y.P. since I am headed there. I will look into the situation first and then get my wound attended to. The call is about a missing corpse and 2 morgue attendants. Possibly the on-call doctor, too, have all gone missing. This shift is getting better by the calls, and I wonder if I should have been a rock star instead. I drive the squad car around back to the deliveries and pickups for the morgue. The door is open. I unholster my gun and walk cautiously inside. I see blood and signs of some sort of struggle, but no bodies. No one at all. NYPD, show yourself. Who called for help? I called out. I step cautiously around the corner and head to the police lab morgue to see who is on call. But on the whiteboard it says, Dr. Peterson. I head down the hallway. I see the door is open. I see bloody footprints and smudges on the wall leading to the call room. I look inside to see what appears to be what is left of him lying on the floor. Most of his entrails are gone. Could be all of them. Some are on the floor and there's a lot of blood. I scream out in shock when I see his head turn toward me and his eyes look at me. One bloody arm rises and reaches for me. I react by shooting a single bullet to his brain and back out into the hallway and vomit on the floor. I call in my 1020 on the radio, which goes to dispatch. This is Rookie. This is Rookie 2564. Stevens, Richard. My 1020 N.Y.P. I have one male, Dr. Peterson, approximately 40, down. This is a 1033. I have been wounded and need to seek medical attention. I am requesting a 10-7. Stand by until you are relieved, Rookie Stevens. Do not allow anyone to enter the area. Do you copy? 10-4. I'm relieved by 2 officers and they tell dispatch that I am taking a 10-7 to get my wound attended. I'm cleared for 2 hours. I'm told to get back on duty ASAP. I head up to the elevator. I got off on the first floor emergency. I tell them what happened. They see my uniform and they take me right in. I explain what happened to the PA. Her name is Cindy Firmgrove. I tell her about the scene down in the basement. She says she will send security. I tell her that 2 officers are there now. Officer Bradford and CSI are coming too. She tells me that the doctors are very busy, but she can fix me up. The bite does not seem to be too deep, and she has cleaned it out and wrapped it up. I tell her to fix it up because I want to go home. I can come back tomorrow for a recheck. She says for a precaution, she will give me an injection for rabies and also antibiotics and send me home with a 10-day supply to help me with any infection. She leaves me alone to prepare the injections. The ER room TV is on muted. There is a report of the multiple killings at 37th Avenue. From what I can tell, Big Double D, T, is reported dead. And there is a body count of 12, including an officer, Officer Brantford. The reporter is Keiko Kamaka. When the PA comes back, I tell her that I was bitten by one of those things on the news. I point to the TV. She just got on her shift and she does not know anything about any virus or anything. She assures me that my hand will be just fine. She gives me some painkillers to hold me till morning. They are high doses and she cannot give anything beyond a sample or two. I thank her and pay my premium at the checkout desk and hail a cab out front. I head for home. I park I plan to go back on duty after I get something to eat and take a pill. I make it upstairs and look for a bite of leftover lasagna. That is about all I need before I take the pills the PA gave me. I want to take a shower, but I feel dizzy and head for the bed, crashing there. I wake up what seems hours later. My face is covered in vomit. The lasagna did not agree with me. It did not agree, I think. I raise up in a room that has taken motion. I fall down. I nearly bash my head on the bedside table. When I wake, the morning sun comes through the window. My phone light telling me I have recorded messages is blinking. 24 messages. Not to mention all the calls on my radio I missed. It is well over 2 hours. The 2 hours I was given. I am not going to bust my nuts over it. Hunger. I need to eat. All my vomiting has left me empty and starving. My bachelor-sized refrigerator is empty of food. So I do not even clean up the vomit and leave everything, keys, shoes, coat behind. My wallet is by the phone and I do not care. I leave my radio turned off and on the countertop. I head out. I need to feed. Oh, the need to feed is stronger than ever. Down the street, I see the squad car is missing. I had forgotten I came in a cab. When I remember that, I get pissed that I have no cash on hand to pay for another cab. I get pissed off and all common sense comes to be fading. I left my keys inside and that pisses me off too. But that thought is turning into more hunger. Food. I go to the dumpster out in the alley. I see a cat eating a dead rat. I grab it and take a bite of it in its stomach. I toss it aside, pick up the rat, and eat it as well. Continuing down the alley, I find a bum laying in piss. I descend upon him like a hawk on prey. His meat is stale. He must have died in the night. I spit out a chunk of dead flesh. It's sickening. I continue. I am weak and confused. I stumble and fall on a pipe that is sticking out of a trash bag. It goes through me, and I wiggle around trying to get free. Collection day tells me that The sound I hear next is the sanitation collection. A guy yells, "Hey, are you okay?" He comes over to help me, and I find the sanitation workers are pretty tasty. He was a solo driver, but I fed off of him, and it helped me on my way. I now am a wretched mess of blood, piss, and vomit. All I want is more. I am walking down the alley, stumbling here and there. The metal bar is still sticking in me all the way through me. I keep walking and falling in search of more. I manage to walk a few more blocks and come face to face with a robbery at the back of a coffee shop. Shots ring out. I am hit. Blood trails down my face. I fall into the shadows of early morning. Game over. Okay, so that was 10. Let's see how we... I think the next one... I think we can do it. So now we're going on to page 39. Dr. Amber's N.Y.P.H. Pandemonium at 6 a.m. The news coverage has just set forth a panic situation, and every John or Jane Doe is coming out of the woodwork to complain about being bitten or fear of being bitten. Most are bogus, but a fair lot are being kept in isolation until testing confirms one way or the other. Everyone who entered before the lockdown is held, and this makes some people upset. But free donuts and coffee settles some of them down. Most of them are other homeless who are afraid that the attack was a hate crime against them. The death of Double T. Many who are homeless are not going to be able to view this information on YouTube, and so starts a panic among them. I pick up the phone and dial the CDC number. I press the number code for outbreak. The call is answered. You understand the seriousness of your call? Yes, I do. Name, Dr. Star Ambers. I continue to give all of the information until they give me the go-ahead for the lockdown on the hospital. Dr. Ambers, you have a code 0. Press lockdown. Please lock down your hospital, and our people will be coming to assist you as soon as they can. CDC disconnects, and I am left to lock down the hospital. They gave me some confirmation number and names. I took them to the chief of the ER. He picks up the calls and code over the loudspeaker. Until we are cleared by CDC, we are on lockdown. Everything is being organized by CDC and hazmat teams, and have been dispatched to work with the dead, and CDC work with finding the cause. The ER has settled down. Some of the staff managed to go home before the lockdown, after seeing what happened to Double T at 37th Avenue, which has now been declared ground zero for the hazmat team, and a hazmat team has been dispatched. There are cleanup and collect dispatched there. Okay. A team has been dispatched there to clean up and collect evidence and samples. Since things have settled down a bit, I take all of my notes and recorder from the night before. There has to be something in my notes to help. I am a pathologist, and I need to help with finding a cure for whatever this is. One of the patients I saw last night was Ian Brooks, who died without any notable cause. It has since been brought to my attention by the morning staff that his body went missing, and that the on-call Dr. Peterson was found attacked and torn to pieces. To be specific, he was eaten alive. At least I have Dr. Peterson to examine. I head to the basement. Several officers and CIS are in the police lab and medical morgue as well. I introduce myself to them and they allow me entry. They tell me all of what was found, and I ask if they happen to find Ian Brooks among any of the bodies. I tell them it is urgent that we find him, that the key to all of this might come from him. I describe him to the officers, and then I set out to look around for my own clues. I have not given the all clear to examine freely. I have not been given the all clear to examine freely. They are still collecting evidence. I hope I can piece together enough for my own investigation, or more people will die. Soon bodies, or whatever is left of them, are rolling in. I call in our pathologist and morgue attendants. I need all the help I can get. I tried to get a hold of 2 attendants that were here last night, but there were no answers. But we found one of the phones here in the lab. N.Y.P.H, pathology and criminal inspection. Satoshi Isobe, pathology of viruses and rare diseases, come in and begin right away to help me organize and catalog all the events and patients' information. We also have been assigned 3 other CDC entomologists to help with this. Next will be combining resources, but I think I'm going to leave it there for now, because in the night my eyes get really tired and makes it hard for me to see what's going on. So thank you for being here. I'm going to post this, and I'm going to go to bed. I have an early day tomorrow at the doctor's office. Okay, thank you for being here.